Hey everybody, Maxwell McGee here at Halo Fest, part of PAX Prime in Seattle, Walla Walla, Washington. We're celebrating Halo, its long, storied history, and to help me do that, I'm joined by Dan Ayub. Dan, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself? They keeping you busy here?
Yeah, big day, big night for us tonight.
I imagine. So Dan, before we jump right into Halo Anniversary here, I wanted to get your thoughts on what did the original Halo do so right that has transformed the series into sort of a staple for the video game industry?
Yeah, I mean, I think the original Halo did a lot of things right. I mean, it had to, right? I mean, we're here 10 years later. They were clearly onto something. I mean, I think it was several things. First of all, from a gameplay standpoint, it had a very unique, very special feel. I think that nobody ever really matched, right? I mean, a lot of people, myself included, believed that shooters had to be played on computer, right? You had to have the
keyboard, you had to have the mouse.
Exactly, and I mean, I was that guy, right? I was like, there's no way you guys are going to do anything on the console that I'm going to be interested in playing. And I played Halo, and it changed my perspective on that. And it was the same for millions and millions and millions of people. It was just so groundbreaking, so well-tuned, so special from a control standpoint. I think the other thing it had going for it was story, right? I mean, it was really, for a shooter to have a story that was compelling and urging people to keep moving forward was really extremely special. And I think that's something the franchise has held for its history for that 10-year period. It just keeps people coming back.
Now, I know you've said you and the team at 343 are committed to bringing players the authentic Halo campaign experience, but I can remember a couple of spots in that campaign that maybe weren't so great. How strict are you guys being with that mantra?
So, yeah, I mean, that was a big part. You hit it bang on. That was a big part of this game, right? I mean, we wanted to be true to that original experience. What was it like to play the game 10 years ago? Eventually, we got to the point where that mantra extended to include warts and all. So we definitely said, we were even, bugs that were in the original game, things like that. This was all about reliving what that original experience was like. Now, that being said, we realized there are things that people would like to be able to alter. So we're going to be talking about some tools we're going to be giving the player to kind of change some of their gameplay experience. For a hint, if you look at, the pre-order skull of the Grunt Funeral, things like that, those kinds of things that are going to let you change that core gameplay experience if you like. So, out of the box, into the tray, the game's going to play exactly the same as it did 10 years ago, but we will give you some ways to deal with areas that might have frustrated you.
All right, now I know a big part of the Halo experience, obviously, is the audio and the music. How are you guys perhaps remastering that for this new game?
Yeah, I say all the time, we didn't just want to, do HD and call it a day. We wanted to do something really special. We have our feature list all reflects that. Audio is a big part of it. Audio is such a tremendous part of what made Halo special. So the weapons and the sound effects, we've re-recorded all of that. But if you think of the orchestral stuff, like the title screen comes up and everyone's just like, oh my god, this is so iconic. We wanted to do something really special for that. So we actually worked with Skywalker Sound and their orchestra. We re-recorded that, and we just made it sound fantastic. So it's just, it's the same music that everyone knows and loves, but it just sounds like, amazing.
All right, well, let's jump over to the multiplayer. I want to know which maps have you guys announced so far, and what can players expect from the multiplayer experience in Halo Anniversary?
So on the multiplayer side, we're going to have 6 multiplayer maps and 1 firefight. We debuted Firefight today with Installation 4. It was really exciting. From a multiplayer standpoint, to date, we've talked about Damnation, Beaver Creek, Timberland, and Prisoner. So Timberland and Prisoner are making their debut tonight. It's the first time we're rolling those out. They're just a lot of fun, right? I mean, we wanted to choose maps that people remember, people had fun with, but because we're using the Reach engine for multiplayer, it kind of changes things up a little bit, right? Obviously, armor abilities is the big one, and as I say all the time, when you're in Beaver Creek and guys are flying over on jetpacks dropping grenades on you, that experience changes a lot. But because so much of this is about reliving the original experience, we are going to ship with variants that let you play, without that stuff if you want.
So what are players going to have to do in order to maybe get a Halo 2 anniversary to come along?
Not letting me off the hook on this one. So obviously, right now we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the initial launch. But, truth be told, this game is happening because it's something the fans asked for, right? They've been asking for it for a really, really long time, and we're really excited to be able to give this gift back to them because, they made the franchise what it is today. Beyond that, not too much to talk about, but I'm getting that question a lot. So, anything is possible in the future.
All right, so can you, my final question here, can you remind the folks at home when Halo Anniversary is coming out?
So Halo Anniversary is launching November 15th of this year, so 10-year date of the original launch. We're really happy about that. And it's launching at $39, so we're really thrilled about that.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of the show, and thank you for chatting with us.
No, thanks. Appreciate it.
And there you have it, folks, a look at Halo Anniversary. As always, you can stay tuned to the site for more coverage.